Good morning, my men, fellow brothers walking the semen retention journey, putting away the lust and your sinful pleasures of your flesh, daily engaging in spiritual battle against lust to purify yourselves of the destructive forces of lust. Good morning, guys. That's what we're going to talk about today. And why are we looking at this woman? Because the demon of lust works through women to tempt men and destroy men through lust. So, lust knows with your eyes, you see a woman like this, you're going to be tempted, and thoughts are going to enter your head, and then lust will want to come into your soul and take over. So, it's important when you see a woman like this, you can look and recognize her sexuality and her beauty, but do not entice or do not invite lust further into your soul, for it will be polluted and you will have problems. So when you see this in the gym or out in public, you see a woman like this, they do this, guys, because they know they have the power of their sexuality. They might not necessarily know it's spiritual, but they know they have power over men because they look at us and they think, oh, men are pigs, is the common phrase I hear, because we look at them lustfully. But then they dress this way and they modify their bodies to look this way so they can exert control over us, which is unfortunate. Now, not all women, there's probably a small percentage that are godly, but most modern women will use their sexuality to get what they want. Okay, so today we're going to talk about lust and the book of Job. And is it Job or Job? Never knew how to pronounce it. It's Job, Job in the English language, but the book of Job. And the character in it, his name is Job or Job. If it was Job, it would be Jobe. So in my English education, it's pronounced Job, but whatever, guys. You know what I'm talking about. It's the book of Job. And in that book, guys, let's go to it. He is a great and righteous man and very wealthy. And to make a long story short, you can read the whole book if you want, but Satan comes to God and wants to test Job. And the Lord says, yes, just don't kill him. So Satan destroys Job. I mean, the guy loses everything. He loses his kids get murdered. He loses all his wealth. His health is deteriorating. He has scabs all over his skin. He's sitting out in the dust, a ruined man. And here's what he says in chapter 31. He's lamenting to God. He's crying out to God, or he's complaining, which is okay. You can complain to God. And here's what he says. He's this chapter he's saying, I've been innocent. I've done everything and obeyed your commands and been a righteous man. And here's what he says. Number one, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look with lust at a young woman. We could take the young out of there and just say at any woman, but probably in those days, you guys, once women got older, men didn't want them. And so young woman is how it's said. And we all know that the lust starts with the eyes and what you see. Let's go back to this picture, guys. What do you see there? That's where the lust begins. You look, you're attracted, you see desirable curves, and you become selfish and you want to please your flesh from what you've seen. It begins with the eyes. then it goes to the mind, then it turns into an action. But Job says, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look with lust at a young woman. And as we men on semen retention, attempting to become souls of light, we should make a similar covenant. And that means you're going to see the stuff, guys. You're going to see things when you're out in public or on TV or on a movie. But best do not watch TV or a movie, but I know people do. You're going to see things that make you, where lust is trying to enter you through an image or through your eyes. So he made a covenant not to look with lust at a young woman. And on semen retention journey, when you're in monk mode, I've made a covenant as well not to look at dirty material on the phone or the computer or anywhere. You know what I mean? The X-rated stuff, or even just women like I just showed you dressed that way, or in bikinis, or, twerking videos on YouTube, whatever it is, you guys. I've made a covenant not to do that, and you know that I slipped and I peeked and I looked. Sorry, guys, text messages coming in, not sure what they are. And I looked, and I explained in day 150 video that I had lost my benefits, and the lust came in, took a seat through just me looking, and took away my benefits and began to make me feel depressed and low energy. You see how lust will come in and attempt to destroy you even when you're not releasing physically. So, like Job, we should make a covenant with our eyes not to look with lust at. We can replace young woman with just X-rated material, guys, on the internet. Look, let's read further. It says, verse 7, if I have strayed from his pathway, he's talking about God's pathway, or if my heart has lusted for what my eyes have seen, or if I am guilty of any other sin, then let someone else eat the crops I have planted, and let all that I have planted be uprooted. If my heart has been seduced by a woman, or if I've lusted for my neighbor's wife, then let my wife belong to another man. Let other men sleep with her. For lust is a shameful sin, a crime that should be punished. It is a fire that burns all the way to hell, and it would wipe out everything I own. Guys, even thousands and thousands of years ago, this righteous man, Job, knew what lust will do and how it will destroy everything he owns, and how it's a shameful sin, a fire that burns to hell, guys. They knew this. Nothing has changed. God hasn't changed. He's still the same. Man's sinful nature hasn't changed. It's still the same. So the point of this is don't look, don't peek. If you peek, and even if you don't release, or if you're sneaking looks at Instagram or some favorite girl you like to see her half naked on the internet, it doesn't even have to be the X-rated stuff. Lust will come at you and attempt to get into your soul and start to turn it dark, you guys. So we know we're working towards being light and righteous. So don't look with your eyes on your semen retention journey. Don't look with lust. That's what it's about. Putting away the lust. Becoming a soul of light. Guys, I got to get to work. Got a big meeting at my company today. And you all men have a good day. I'm praying for those who requested prayers. Anyone that has a prayer request, put it in a comment. The power of prayer works. Love you guys. Take care.